My name is Nitesh Garodia and I'd like to welcome you to this very special presentation, a series on the heart. In this series, through various episodes, we are going to learn about the power of a human heart and what the latest science, cutting-edge discoveries are telling us about our own heart, about your heart, and how we can use our heart to create more possibilities and happiness in our lives. So in the first episode, I'm going to share about some of this research that has come out and made available to the public. And in the end, I'm going to share with you one short yet powerful exercise that we can do to tap into this power of our heart. So make sure to watch it till the end. Just like most people, I learned that the brain is the master organ in the body, and whatever the brain commands, the body does. But the new science, the latest discoveries are telling us something completely different. It is telling us that there's one organ which is above the brain, which is much more powerful than the brain, and it sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends signals to that organ. It is at least 100 times electrically stronger and 5,000 times magnetically stronger than the brain. And that organ, as we discussed, is none other than your heart. So it was in the 1991 that Andrew Armour from Montreal, Canada, found out some 40,000 specialized cells living inside the human heart. Now this research came so much late in the game that it was not accepted at first. But then the research revealed that these specialized cells are like sensory neurites. They are neuron-like cells which are there in the brain, and it can be safely considered that these cells has its own memory, and which is a functioning and working memory which works independently of the brain. Many scientists call this network as a mini brain inside your heart. So the first major takeaway from this episode is knowing that your heart has its own mini brain inside. It can think and it has its own memory. I know what I'm telling you might sound absurd because we have been believing something against it. We have been believing that the brain is the master organ. We have been never told so much potential and power lying inside our hearts. Till now, यही believe होता था that heart is just a blood pumping machine. It is an important organ, but so important that we are coming to know very, very late. Let me also tell you that the information that I am sharing with you is rock solid science because it has come from peer reviewed journals, and this is what the latest discoveries, cutting edge science and the scientists are now telling us. And very shortly I will tell you how I came across this knowledge. It was some 7-8 years ago while scrolling randomly on YouTube, I came across this video which I will link under the description. When I saw this video, I thought that this thing makes some sense. It said that our hearts create a field around us, and in that field there are a lot of information such as your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and many other different kinds of emotions. So I started being more aware of the kind of energy I'm carrying, the kind of emotion I'm having, because I knew that is going to have an effect on the surroundings and the people around me. But even after I learned that from that video, I really did not and could not make much use of that knowledge because I did not learn the techniques. So finally, 1 year back, I decided to dive deep into it and learn the technique so that I can apply it myself and share it with others. So I got myself certified as something which I now call myself as a heart facilitator. So now we have reached that part in our video where I am going to share this short yet powerful exercise with you. This is one of many of those exercises which we'll be doing throughout this series. And this is the first one, which is the foundational exercise which you can practice anytime and anywhere, whenever you want, to feel a little bit better, a little bit more aware of your surroundings, and a little bit more calmer. This is called heart-focused breathing. This technique might sound very simple, and it is very simple, but its effectiveness depends on how longer you are able to do it and how much frequently you do this. So the first step in this technique is just to be focused on your heart, just to concentrate, bring your attention towards your heart. That is the first step. You can do this by either probably looking at your heart. You can do this by putting 2 fingers on your heart or by just gently tapping your heart. The second step in this exercise is to breathe a little bit slower than usual. After you have focused on your heart, keeping that focus, just breathe a little bit slower than usual. Normally 5 seconds. 5 seconds in breathing and 5 seconds in exhaling. So I repeat the 2 steps of this exercise. The first one is to be focused of the heart, and second one is to breathe a little slower or deeper than usual. That's it. It would be best if you can pause this video for 2 minutes and give this exercise a shot right now. It is recommended to do this exercise for at least 2 minutes daily and then extend it to 5 to 10 minutes. The bigger goal is to be aware of your heart most of your waking time. Now this is part 1 of a bigger exercise that we are going to share in the next episode. But this tool in itself is so powerful that you can do it whenever you're feeling a little anxious, angry, irritated, or you want to induce a little bit of calmness in your life. You can do it anywhere without asking anyone's permission. Anytime you want to do this, you're free to do this. Now before I end this, I would like to credit a few people who have helped me directly or indirectly in making this series, in making this episode and all the other episodes possible. These people include Dr. Greg Braden, Dr. Joe Dispenza, the Heart Math Institute, California, Rollin McCready, Doc Childre, and all these scientists who have found this amazing information which is changing the way we think and feel about our own hearts. Thank you so much for joining me in this program today. Make sure to tune in next week for an all new episode in the Heart series, where we discuss about the powers of the human heart and explore the possibilities it can create by adding more hearts into our life.